Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing something a bit different, and I feel like a lot of you guys may like this because not everybody likes to wear fake nails. So today I'm going to be doing a hard gel overlay on natural nails. The nails I'm going to be working on today are my sister's nails because you guys know I am not a nail tech, so I do not feel comfortable offering services to the public, so I only do my mom's nails and my sister's nails. So I'm doing my sister's nails, and right now she currently has dip powder on her nails, so I'm just going to show you guys how I remove that as well. For those of you guys who don't know, dip powder is literally just acrylic. You just dip your hand in acrylic. That's really all it is. So we're able to soak that off, thankfully. But first, I'm just going to file down as much of the dip powder as I can so that when we soak it off, it doesn't take forever. And so before we get into the video, I'm just going to let y'all know my little desk is kind of messy. Same thing with my nail lamp because I work with gels, I don't work with acrylics, so gel is very sticky, so it gets stuck on my wood little desk that I have right here and also my lamp. And honestly, y'all know I work with gels, so it's way messier than acrylic. So I'm just gonna let that be known throughout the video so y'all don't be trying to shade me, okay? But so y'all may recognize this. You just put acetone on a cotton ball and you put it on the nail, you wrap it in aluminum foil so that way your nails are able to soak off without having to put it in a bowl. But honestly, even if you soak it in a bowl, it's the same exact thing, honestly. She preferred this way, so we did it this way because she the one who's getting her services done, all that. So right now y'all just saw that the black dip powder was already soaked off her nail, but her nails were stained a tiny bit. So I'm just gonna go in with my hand file. You guys know I believe in hand files a lot. That's all I really use. And the grit on this is literally 100, which means it's not rough at all. So it's safe to use on the natural nails, and you guys can tell I was doing short strokes. That's what I always say in my videos, do short strokes when you're working on nails because long and fast strokes can really burn your nail, especially because her nails were kind of weak. When taking off the dip powder, they were kind of weak, so I was trying to be as careful as I can because she still wanted to keep her length and everything like that. So I'm just trying to file off the excess dip powder, and it was a bit gooey, which kind of made me wonder if it's supposed to be like that or if it's MMA involved. I don't know. It's just a thought that was popping in my head. But yeah, I'm just using my hand file and just kind of buffing off the top layer because it has black dip powder stained onto the nail. Alright, so now that we're all done removing the stuff off her nails, the dip powder, I'm just gonna fix up her shape a little bit. And because her nails were kind of fragile, I was really scared to even touch her sidewalls. They were that, they were just kind of fragile. I didn't want to mess up her nails or anything, so I just more so focused on the tip. My sister, she doesn't do nails, but she's familiar with this, so once I was done with the top part, she went and did her sidewalls. She felt more comfortable that way. I'm by all means, go for it, girl. I'm not even tripping, So I'm sharpening up her tips. And then after that, we're just gonna go in with the buffer, and my buffer is tore up too, y'all. It's from Walmart but I'm gonna have to get me a few more. I like the bigger buffing blocks. I only have the small ones, but because I use them in my press-on nail orders. Oh, and then right here I'm pushing back her cuticles. I like using the edge of the hand file, especially if it's 100 grit, because it's really soft on a natural nail. So it's soft on the nail, but it's rough enough to get the cuticle. So that's what I like to do. It's really simple and quick. Then I'm just buffing everything off, making sure there's nothing left on the nail. The nail is really smooth and clean and all that. And you guys, we started her nails at I think 12 o'clock. We did not finish until 4. It took us so long to get that dip powder off, you guys. And I was really trying to honestly, it never take me that long to do nails before, especially my own. But it's the fact that I was just really trying to be aware that these are not my nails. I need to be extra careful, especially because they're her natural nails, and it takes a minute for it to grow that way. Unlike artificial nails, you can get whatever length you want in a minute, But I was just trying to be courteous and make sure I was doing it the way that she wanted it to be done. So yeah, I'm just buffing out her nails now and trying to get that excess cuticle off. And then that's pretty much it for this part. So her nails are finally clean. It took me so long also because I did everything the correct way. I didn't pry the dip powder off her nails and stuff like that. You see her nails look good as new. And now I'm just dehydrating her nail and wiping off the extra dust with some alcohol prep pads that I get from Amazon. So now I'm going to go in with my primer. I use this primer all the time. It's from Lush Nails. They're no longer in business, but I like the primer. So I'm just going to prime her nails, and then we're going to start laying the hard gel onto her nails. Okay, so once the primer has dried, we're going to go ahead and go in with the hard gel. I'm using my Holy Grail IBD gel. It is in the color pink, but y'all, it looks more pink in the jar than it did on her nails because we used pink specifically because she wanted like a pink color, kind of similar to the color I had in my Polygel full set from Macart. But honey, that was not that kind of pink, so we just had to make it work after the fact. But I'm just doing I initially did a slip layer. So a slip layer is when you put one layer of gel but you do not cure it, so that when you put that bead of gel onto the nail, it just kind of flows down because there's already another layer underneath the bead of gel. So now I'm just building up the nail. I didn't want to do it too thick because I already knew she wanted like a good amount of stuff on her nails, and I didn't want to do the hard gel too thick because I already knew we're gonna put like layers of gel on there, if that makes sense. And that just means that the nail would be super bulky. It's already her natural nail, so you didn't want to do too much to it, you know. So yeah, I'm just using my IBD gel. You're gonna see, I think I did that slip layer already, and now I'm just building up the nail. Also, when you're working with hard gel, you're going to want to cure it nail by nail. That's what I do personally because y'all can see builder gel is runny compared to acrylic. At least if acrylic runs, it hardens on its own. Hard gel does not do that. It only dries when you cure it. And you know, when you're building up the nail, say if I'm doing the pinky and the pinky nail is still wet and I go into my ring finger, but then I look over and my gel on my pinky nail ran all the way down my skin. That's what we're not trying to have, okay? That's what we're trying to avoid. So that's why after I did her pinky, I cured her nail for only 10 seconds. And please make sure you do it in the low heat mode because she was getting heat spikes at first. I'm still not even sure how to combat that. I really heard there's really no way to do it, honestly. Like, you're gonna get some type of heat spike where you're not supposed to get a heat spike all the time, but it is going to feel a bit warm. But a heat spike, you know, just kind of unbearable type thing. But I know some people use low heat mode, so that's what I've been using on my lamp because, you know, she said, and when I used the low heat mode, it didn't hurt at all. So I cured her pinky for like 10 seconds in the low heat mode in my lamp. Then I took that out, did her ring finger, cured it for 10 seconds. Then once I did her whole hand, I let her put her whole hand back in there, and I cured it for like you would cure it for 60 seconds, but when you're using low heat mode, it's a lower wattage. That's why it doesn't hurt also. So it will go twice as long. So I probably cured that for 2 minutes. So it's like I did 10 seconds per nail, and then once the whole hand was finished, I just cured her whole hand at the same time, like all her fingers at the same time, just to ensure that everything was cured like fully and that there would be no issues going forward. Alright, so as you can see, I'm finishing up her thumb, and now all of her nails are finished. This is how it looks when it comes out the lamp. You cannot polish your nails with it like this because the polish will not adhere to the shiny layer. So that's why you have to go in and buff it out, which is what I'm about to do. But also with hard gel, it does have a sticky layer once it's fully cured, so you're going to wipe it off with some alcohol pads. And then you're going to see I'm going to go in with my buffer and just start buffing out her nails. And then I'm also going to use my hand file to like buff out her nails. So as you see, I'm just, buffing out her nail with my hand file. But I wanted to say, when it comes to hard gel, all you're trying to do is remove the shiny layer. You're not really trying to file it down or stuff like that. Or you can make it even if your nails are not even. But the whole point in buffing is just to remove the shiny layer, so you don't need to go overboard. Once you see the whole nail has been buffed out, then you're pretty much done, because you don't want to file too deep and then you kind of start removing some of the gel, especially if you did a thin layer like I did, because it's on somebody's natural nails. So now once we're finished with that, I'm just going to do her side walls a tiny bit and move on to the next nail. Then after all that, you're just going to wipe it off with another alcohol wipe pad, just to make sure all the dust is gone. So now you're free to start the fun part, which is polishing. So like I said in the beginning, she wanted like a transparent pink color that I didn't have, but I like mixing up colors. I feel like it's really fun. So I'm just going to try to make a sheer pink for her. So I just took some, I believe it's called, it's pronounced Amelie, something like that. It's from Amazon. I got that top coat that I'm using. Then I'm going to take some gel polish by Madame Glam called OMG Pink. It's a hot pink. And I'm just going to mix those two colors together with my gel brush. And then we're just going to start polishing her nails. I didn't apply a base coat because since it's technically like our artificial nail on her nail, I don't really need to. But if it were her natural nail, then you would need to. But since it isn't her natural nail, you really don't have to. So I'm mad because I thought I was recording this whole time, but I wasn't. So this is like me applying the third layer, I believe. Or the second. Well, yeah, it's way after the first. So this is how the pink looks. And yeah. Okay, I think this is the second layer then. Yeah, this is the second layer. So then next you're gonna see me apply the third layer. But yeah, with a pink like this, you did have to build it up. And we did end up adding a bit more pink as I kept going. But yeah, it turned out to be a really nice color and she really liked it. Just to make myself clear, because I feel like I sounded a bit like I contradicted myself. Okay, so we did a gel overlay on her natural nail. So because we didn't overlay on her nail, we don't need to apply a gel base coat. If we had not done a hard gel overlay and it was just strictly her natural nail bed, we would have needed to do a gel base coat. I hope that makes more sense. Okay, so now we're done polishing her nails. We're just going to take some Unichrome by Charme and start applying it on her nails. Usually you would need to put a top coat down, but because I mixed the top coat with the pink polish, I kind of assumed that I didn't need to. And I kind of feel like because I didn't do the top coat like I should have, it didn't really catch the chrome. That's why it looks like I'm applying so much, but I'm really not. So it looks like I'm being wasteful, but I promise you I'm not. Why would I waste my own money? Because I actually bought that. But yeah, so we got it on there as best as we could, but I feel like in the future maybe I should have just used a top coat to make sure I can get more chrome onto the nail. So yeah, I'm just patting it on there, and then we're gonna well, I guess we're still applying some chrome. But then on the other nail, she wanted these water decals that I got from Amazon, And it was my first time working with water decals, and the struggle was real at first because it didn't make no sense to me, like, because it didn't come with instructions. Water decals, you kind of use them like how you would when you were a kid, and we had those tattoos that you put on your skin, like with the water and stuff, and you thought you was hard. So I'm gonna show y'all in a bit like how we end up doing that. So before we get to the water decals, I forgot we used foil on her nails too. We used this silver holographic foil, and we first applied the foil glue, and you apply a thin layer like how I'm doing right now, and then you cure it in the lamp for like 60 seconds. Then you get the foil and you press it down on the nails. I was out of frame for the most part, but you see I'm just pressing it down on the nails. But when you have the foil, you're using the dull side. So the side that looks kind of dull, that's the side that you're pressing down on the nails, because this also doesn't come with instructions. Or I think it did, but it wasn't clear. But yeah, you press it down on the dull side. Do not use the shiny side because that is the wrong side. So yeah. So here are the water decals. So anytime I've seen anyone using water decals, they always cut it, they dip it on the water, and then they pull the image out and they put on the nail. But y'all, look at this. I tried to do it right here, and baby, it was a mess. I was like, look at this watch. A mess. So then my sister had a great idea. She was like, how about you just cut it out, put it onto my nail, and then you wet it with a cotton ball. I'm like, wow. Look at us. Like, honestly, that was a really smart idea. Like, it did not come to my mind, and I'm happy she suggested it, because listen, your girl was struggling, okay? So that's how we did it. We just cut out the little image that we wanted, and this one's like a cute, it looks like the kawaii stuff. Like, it looked like a bear or something. I don't know, like the anime stuff. So we just pressed it down onto her nail. I used an alcohol pad. It was dried out, so I just wet it with water, like it wasn't that deep, and I just pressed it onto her nail, and then that white paper part just lifted up by itself. Like, I didn't do that. And you see how pretty it turned out? I'm like, wow, that's really cute. Like, that was a really good idea. So then we did it again, but then this time I'm gonna use a cotton ball, or I feel like next time I would use a Q-tip. I feel like I'll use a Q-tip. It's just funny how after you do something for the first time, like, you know, it's trial and error. You know, I really love learning how to do new stuff, because then you just learn different ways on how to do it. It's really cool to me. So, yeah, I'll use a Q-tip personally because it's less messy. And yeah, that's what we kept doing. And this set of nails was really cute, because me and my sister are different. Y'all know I like that, you know, extra long, gaudy, like I like all the stuff on my nails, all the bling, this and that. She doesn't like that kind of stuff, but she still likes to have a lot going on. And these nails, in my opinion, were definitely busy, okay? They were definitely booked and busy, but they were really subtle too, because of the colors that she chose, you know? It's like they all complemented each other. So, you know, it was really cute. I feel like it was different because I've never done anything like this. And now I'm just going to apply these 2 pink opal stones that we put on the nails with the water decals. And I'm just using my Mia Secret Strong Glue. Y'all know that's my holy grail with my press-on nails to make them last 3 weeks. And for my stones, listen, that's the go, okay? So that's what I'm using. And then that's really it. I mean, it was honestly... the whole set itself maybe took me 2 hours, and it took me 2 hours to remove all of her nails, you know? And I mean, it was a really fun set to do, very different, really challenging too, because I don't really work with short nails, I only work with long nails, but it was really fun. It was really cool. So then after that, I just top coated all her nails with the top coat by Emily, what, y'all know what I mean, Emily, I think that's how you pronounce it, Emily. I used the top coat worked really well, and it was no wipe. So yeah, we're good to go pretty much after that. And also, once we were done curing her nails, I just went in with another alcohol wipe and I like wiped off her cuticles and a bit of her sidewalls because it still had chrome deep down in there because I used, looked like all the excess was flying off, okay? So I was just wiping that off just to make sure everything looked neat. And you guys, the finished result looked amazing. She really loved it, and I was just really happy. But yeah, that's it for the video. I really appreciate you guys for watching. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow me on Instagram. Check out my press on nail store. All that. I'll check y'all later. Bye.